This is the story of the most unique fighting game ever! Ever? This video has 1 million goddamn views, and it's been sitting on my watch later forever. A YouTuber with 12k subs, so I already know I'm gonna like it. Most unique ever? I'll be the judge of that. I like the Street Fighter EX series. Who does this guy think he is? Let's find out together, shall we?
In the year 1998, one man by the name of Masahiro Onoguchi was on a quest to create an ambitious fighting game. Who? All you need to know for now is that he worked on games like Tekken and Soul Edge as a motion designer, but not just any kind of motion, 3D motion. Ooh, I mean, fancy. It was the 90s. Game consoles were focused on 3D as it was all the rage back then. Your favorite game series were entering this realm, and fighting games were no exception.
You guys will never know what this was like. Every console upgrade for you guys doesn't mean anything, but for me, it was a big deal. Used to read about it in magazines and your minds would be blown. You guys will don't call me old. You won't. I experienced something you will never get to. You're going to get AI and androids and robots and all that shit. That's what you get to appreciate. Maybe some interplanetary space travel or whatever. But for me, I got to watch Mario go into 3D. And that was really cool.
What do you get when you combine Genki, a game developer known for its racing games, and a guy who worked on these 3D fighters? You get
Fighter's Destiny!
Cool!
Fighter's Destiny is a 3D fighting game that shines with its unique point scoring system, but it never really got much recognition due in large part to one thing. The game was only released on the Nintendo 64. Your only choices at this point were Killer Instinct, one of the many mediocre 3D fighters, or Mortal Kombat Trilogy, which was literally just a downgraded version of its PS1 counterpart, right?
You could play Clay Fighter. Clay Fighter was really cool.
Down to the crunchy audio.
Damn, what a
downgraded version.
Fuck this whack ass mix up. Oh yeah, you're gonna jump over me, aren't you? Boom! Right in the heart. Big ass Motaro trying to jump in. Okay, Motaro, big ass.
I didn't play any wrong note.
Yeah, see, you're playing it like this.
Scorpion wins.
When ordinarily it goes like this.
Scorpion wins.
But enough of the game's history.
That's kind of funny.
Fighter's Destiny has an awfully amateur...
Dude, what is this UI? Hold on, I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm in front of it. That's the timer. What the fuck is that doing down there? Wait, what's the timer at the top? There's one up here too. What does that mean?
As far as the characters go, they're as generic as they come. Just look at poster boy Ryuji. If identity theft was a character, this would be it. Gameplay-wise, he has an in-your-face aggressive playstyle.
He's not wearing a shirt.
Easily accessible as an quote-unquote main character.
Did he just say Shoryuken? This guy was right.
The rest of the characters followed the same generic standards as the first two.
Abdul? I don't like this move. That's a little on the nose. Also, that would break your wrist. Should have hit somebody with that? Ouch.
With some of the most creative names I have ever heard of, such as Bob and Ninja. Thankfully, all of them do have their own quirks.
Ooh, I kind of like Pierre. Of course, I would like Pierre, the stupid clown character.
But we also have 5 secret characters that stand out a bit more.
Okay.
I'm going to use this opportunity to mention the game modes at the same time, as 5 of them each unlocks one of the 5 fighters. First up is Boro, and when you select her, you get this wicked laugh.
Oh my god! That would scare me! I would turn the game off! Oh, dude, what is she wearing? It's like a skeleton suit?
Block strings. And when you select her, you get this wicked laugh.
Dude, that would scare the shit out of me. I would turn off the 64 right away.
Next up is Master, found in Master Challenge. This is where most of the single player effort
What
went
the
into.
fuck?
You have a roulette, and stopping this on any of Master's icons puts you in a fight with him.
Oh my god! Why am I in the Master Hell dimension?
You have a roulette.
They're all Master. It's all Master. Good heavens, look at the time.
Jumping is very brief, and interestingly
Is
enough,
there ring
so
out?
is crouching. Both options immediately return you back to neutral, and I believe the reason for this is based on how attacks work in this game. Fighter's Destiny opts to use upper and lower attacks. The B button is relegated to attacks that target your upper body, while the A button,
I guess that's
as you might guess,
cool.
targets your lower body. Therefore, your jump and crouch can be timed to avoid these type of attacks. But if you're not quite confident in your timing,
neat, I
you
guess.
can always use the guard button. And if you want even more layers to your defense, you can integrate the last button, otherwise known as Hirari. By simply holding the L button, this unique mechanic allows you to dodge both upper and lower attacks automatically. Now you might be thinking, why not just hold this button to go Ultra Instinct and never let your opponent hit you? Fortunately, the mechanic does have its drawbacks. First off, all your other buttons are locked until your L button is no longer held. Second,
so all you have to do is get a life lead and then hold L. I win. Sorry. You lose.
Some attacks in the game are classified as mid attacks, and they completely nullify Harari. You can still crouch. Harari isn't supposed to be a crutch for defense, but instead used for overcommitted strings that can leave a character wide open.
I like Harari. I want that in more games.
The
I like
biggest
that.
weakness of Harari, however, is the existence of grabs.
I was gonna ask about that. Okay, yeah, what are you
Grabs in
doing,
this game
grabs?
are very weird. They have a startup of exactly 1 frame, and you cannot crouch to avoid them. On the upside, if you do get grabbed, this visual aid pops up which shows a lengthy tech window, and your position changes depending on how early you tech. You also have locks, which are a different type of grab, where the receiving end must mash to end it, and the grabber could actually mash back to slow down this process. Even the fastest mashing out will still guarantee some damage. Oh, and if you hold your L button while getting grabbed, you can't tech it.
Oh, wait, man. That's kind of cool, actually. I dig that. Yeah, I like that, actually. That's neat as hell. I think I like Fighter's Destiny. What the fuck?
People take throws all the time in other fighters. Why should this be any different? Well,
the throw. Oh, my God. Take the throw, man. Just take it. Just a liver shot. Your kidney explodes. Oh my God.
it's time we start talking about what really makes Fighter's Destiny shine. When you deplete a character of all their health, they don't get knocked out, but instead become dizzy. This state is officially named Piori.
Okay.
In this condition, your movement is limited and you can't take throws. This makes you a very easy target. You are, however, able to manually dodge attacks, and your life bar automatically starts to recover. If you manage to avoid your opponent long enough, your health resets to slightly less than what you start out with.
That's fucking cool. I like that. It's big burnout. I like that because then it creates this moment where, like, if you really want to stick it out.
The way that you defeat your opponent is the deciding factor to how many points you get. There are 6 different ways to win a round. Starting from least amount of points given to most, you have Judge. When a match timer ends, generally the character who dealt the most damage is the victor. Basically the game's version of a time over.
Cool.
Next is Ring Out. As you might have noticed, a lot of these arenas are just giant cubes like the kind you see when you open up Blender. If one stands close to the edge, they're prone to being knocked out with an attack.
Where are we? Wait a minute. I never really made the connection that we're just like on a platform on the ocean, but now we're on like a steer girder on the ocean on another platform.
Next up is Knockdown. Some attacks are classified as knockdown moves and are identified by a blue glow. Landing
Watch out, Joker!
But these moves are pretty slow and can be dodged quite easily. If you hate mashers, you're gonna love Counter. We've all had a time where you're plus on block, but they decide to mash anyway. Counter is achieved when you counter
that's me, by the way. I'm that guy.
If they connect with the active frames of another attack, it'll cause a bright flash indicating a successful counter.
Holy
if you're on the active frames of another attack, it'll cause a bright flash.
Ouch! He got disoriented. He did a fucking aerial cartwheel. Ow!
If you're on the receiving end, you're able to tech the counter by holding A and B to land on your feet with only a chunk of damage rather than a...
That's insane. So if you mash, you just mash A and B after.
When your opponent is dizzy, you gain access to incredibly flashy moves that give you a whole 4 points. Think of it as a finisher from Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
Finish him.
Ouch!
And that is your point system.
Awesome.
Instead of your usual best 2 out of 3 rounds, a single game of Fighter's Destiny can theoretically be anywhere from 2 to 13 rounds.
It's like Valorant. I kind of fuck with that, man. It's like it's like CS:GO. You just got to get the points to get up to there. Although 13 is a lot.
I haven't even began to scratch the surface of how many comebacks could shift the momentum of a match entirely. I haven't even
lets you hop over opponents. That's how you get out of the corner. You just triple forward and you do a leapfrog, and now you've side-swapped and you could just hit one move. Parries counter upper attacks with proper timing for an impeccable throwdown.
Complex mechanics and advanced techniques that the game has as you dig deeper
man.
to scratch
What the fuck?
And
no, help. When would you do this? When would this happen? Let's jump?
Every single
like in Super Smash Brothers.
Thing would make this video way longer.
Oh my god. Dude, I want to play Fighter's Destiny so fucking wait. I'm going to the Luminosity Invitational at the end of September. Maybe I get the Smash Pros to play this game. Yeah, I think this game would be excellent with people who don't know what it is. Throw reversal. As you perform a delayed throw tech, you can throw them back with a smaller tech window.
Just know that if you do decide to,
Dude, that's awesome.
this is more of a design flaw than anything, but if you sense that you'll be dizzy soon, why not just purposely fall out of the ring? Ring outs only give 1 point to your opponent, so you have up to 7 attempts by this method, but that's not as bad.
Huh. 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 Oh yeah. That's when you gotta chase the guy. You gotta earn that. You gotta go catch that fucking guy. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not telling the players that. I'm not telling them that.
If I had to describe Fighter's Destiny with one word, I'd call it experimental.
I like
Whereas
it.
the presentation
That's
lacks
kinda neat.
originality,
I fuck
it
with
makes
this.
up for this with its incredibly novel gameplay choices. For my final score, I give Fighter's Destiny 7 out of 10 points.
That's a pretty good score.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for the video. You know what? I fuck with this video. Well done.
Hey.
Wait, the dinosaur fighting game. Wait a minute. Now, I don't know what the dinosaur fighting game is. I thought it was Primal Rage. That's the only one I knew about. I don't know about this game. Hold on.
there's
What
a
is the
habit-
dinosaur fighting game so bad it's funny?
A little game called Dino Rex, and it is without a doubt
Okay.
one of the worst fighting games ever.
I like this guy. This guy's funny.
Street Fighter 2 was released, and it was very successful.
Right.
Remember, this game came out during a time when fighting games were just whatever. So when SF2 practically laid out the blueprints for what makes a good fighting game, it is
Damn,
for just
actually,
was
watching
released,
this
and it was
footage
very
after
successful.
playing Street
Remember,
Fighter
this
1
game came out during a time when fighting
is
games were
kind of impressive. Bro is nailing these Shoryus.
just whatever. So
That's not as easy as
But
it
when
looks. I want you to know that. You should try that game. I think what's funny about old games like these is they feel funny and not ironic. You know what I think it is? They're not ironic. They are sincere, but they are complete cash grabs. You know what I mean? Like, it's not ironic like, LOL, we're being so silly. It is a sincere, like, okay, what do the kids like? Fart jokes, big titties, lots of gore. That's what they like. I want the Mortal Kombat audience. Put it in the arcade. Like, there's no joking or winking at the camera. It is complete cynical, just fucking complete bottom of the barrel, lowest common denominator bullshit. And I fucking love that. And it worked? No, it didn't. It only worked for Mortal Kombat. Nobody remembers any of these other games.
And thus, 20 months after SF2, Dino Rex was made. So, what is it
20
exactly?
months?
Dino
That's a
Rex
long
is a
time back
2D
then.
arcade fighting game featuring dinosaurs as the main cast. A concept that
Yo,
honestly
that
sounds pretty
jump.
cool, but that optimism quickly fades when you look at
Yup.
the game for more than 10 seconds, and then our fighters emerge.
You know what? I genuinely, none of this is ironic or being silly. I think it is so fucking cool, the idea that you are the dinosaur trainer and not the dinosaur themselves. You know what I'm saying? I think that's sick.
Our bright, colorful, and barely functional stop-motion models. Alright, look, it's pretty hard to showcase the fierceness of a dinosaur
Ouch!
that said dino is colored like a piece of candy. Not to mention that the arenas around them are surprisingly well detailed, which only emphasizes how out of place looking these dinosaurs are. It was probably the
Chad,
first,
who would
even
you
at the
play? I think I'd play this dude with the bald head. Not for any reason like that. I just would bash into his head. Actually, that would kill you against this. That would murder you. Is
effort
that a
at making the
T-Rex?
dinosaurs
He's so
destructive, as
large.
moving and knocking each other around causes damage to the
Ouch!
arenas. So I'll give props to
Ouch!
that. The music is a rather forgettable. Each other around
Imagine
causes
being
damage
this
to the
small
arena.
dinosaur. Oh, I gotta get the
So I'll
fuck
give
out of
props
here.
to
Oh, God, help,
that. The
please.
music-
Why is he in the arena? Get him out.
But the OSC is a blessing when compared to the sound effects. Up until this point, I removed the sound from all of the gameplay clips because I didn't want to quickly subject your ears to
Go
the
ahead,
worst
play
thing
it.
about
I
this
wanna
game,
hear
in my
it.
opinion. Just listen. But even worse than that are the roars of the dinosaurs.
What the fuck is going on? Oh, wait, when your dinosaur loses, God sends a pterodactyl to kill you. When your dinosaur loses, they're like, all right, you know what? Send down the bird. Go kill that young lady. Goodbye. Hooray!
Unfortunately, you'll be hearing these roars often at the character select screen, at the start of a round, when you win a round. The presentation is already lacking.
It just keeps screaming. Sure. How many dinosaurs you got?
Dino Rex makes minimal effort to distinguish some of these characters from each other, such as the Allosaurus and the Ceratosaurus.
Well,
Just another example of
Kind
early
of.
day palette swapping.
I was gonna say that's just Sub-Zero and Scorpion, bro. That's fine.
Next up is the Pachycephalosaurus and the
Ew.
Stygimoloch, again
like
with
those
minor
guys.
visual differences, and
No.
they love to become battering rams, so look out for that.
Oof.
Then we have the Triceratops, who is missing the most basic attacks that we'll get into later, and has this comical looking run attack. Like, I could put it here and you almost wouldn't notice the difference. The last
Oh shit!
comical looking run attack.
Oh
Like,
my god, dude! From full screen, that would scare the shit out of me. If I was playing this for the first time and they popped that, I would think that would kill me in one hit. That would murder me. How did they even get the model to do that? Is there any evidence that Triceratops has ever done such a thing?
famous Tyrannosaurus Rex, using its massive size to
Oh,
get
that looks like a guy in a suit.
the gameplay is unresponsive and restricted. Take
I
the
don't know, it
movement,
looks
for
pretty good to
example.
me.
Jumping is not done by simply holding up, but instead inputting down and then up, since the up input is taken by something else. More on that later. This is
okay.
where things start to get ugly. First off, there are no jump arcs. You can do one giant leap straight up in the air and that's it. And then there's this weird quirk where you can't push each other with your walk.
How
Too
do you
bad.
get out of the corner if you can't jump over them and you can't push them back?
But nothing limits the
It's
movement
just
more
sumo,
than the fact
yeah.
that side switching doesn't exist. That means if for any reason you switch sides, the game disables your controls until both dinosaurs go back to their starting position.
Stop! Break it up! Stop fighting! I solved the problem, boss! Imagine being the coder. You're the coder, like, listen, yeah, this game works okay, but as soon as the dinosaurs go on opposite sides, then it gets all fucked up. Wait, I have an idea. You immediately just send them back. Nope, stop, break it up, stop.
And what's worse is that there's no visual cue of this. Sometimes you don't even have to fully switch sides. As long as some hurt boxes overlap each other, you'll still get repositioned. Movement is a mess, but what if your attack
Whose egg is that, man?
buttons? Well, hold on to your hats because you got a grand total of 2. One is for punch and bite attacks, and the other is for kick and tail attacks. And remember, these are dinosaurs, so their anatomy doesn't exactly allow for the greatest
They can't kick anything.
kick in the air too.
Do a
if
jump
you're
kick.
lucky.
Yeah,
What I mean
ouch! Holy shit! Ow!
is some don't have any at all. Talk about privilege. Surprisingly enough, each character does have a handful of command normals and special attacks that gives them a bit more character to make up for the fact that the
Oh
game-
no! Was that a side swap? Did you really just switch sides, dude?
Certain
I
attacks
love
have a
these.
knockdown effect, and you can deal a bit more damage as they're on the ground in the form of biting,
Nom, nom, nom,
or
nom, nom.
whatever the hell this is. Let me slap on the Animal Planet logo just to be safe.
He's scratching himself like he's giving him fleas. He's giving him he's scratching the fleas off on him. Oh, he's gonna get bit up later. Take that.
Introducing the power meter. So at the start of a
Ooh,
round, the
okay.
dinosaurs make our eardrums erupt. From that point, inputting the 2 attack buttons at the same time use up one of your power bars to perform what is called a combo attack.
Okay.
Upon hit, these attacks cause a knockdown, and any power bars that you have will automatically be used up to deal additional damage.
Ow, dude! What is that? Is that the world's largest elephant? What the fuck is that thing?
You can manually fill this meter by holding up, and pressing your attack button speeds up the process, powering up and deafening your opponents. What a combo. You can hold up back to power up and retreat at the same time, which is cool even if you look like a zombie while doing it. And if you have 2 or more power bars, your
this
combo
fucking
attacks
rules!
are unlockable. There's also certain stage elements such as
Oh, there
this
go
egg
the
that
egg
a
again.
pterodactyl drops that has different effects depending on the stage that you're in, such as gaining health or covering your opponent in leaves that makes them unable to attack. Great. Even more ways to disable your controls.
Awesome.
Some dinosaurs don't have the luxury to trigger an egg's effects, but sucks to suck, I guess.
Wait, you can't bite the egg?
Some
That guy
dinosaurs
literally
don't
doesn't have a
have
bite
the
move.
luxury
Eat
to
it.
trigger an egg's
Eat
effects,
it.
but sucks
Is
to
this for me?
suck, I guess.
Nom, 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 nom,
And then
nom.
some stages have weapons that can be picked up after certain
Weapons?
structures are destroyed. These are used for a single big swing and nothing more. And like the eggs,
Dude, this game fucking rules.
these are used for a single big swing and nothing.
That's a perfect sound effect, man.
Only some can wield them. Or if you're the T-Rex who just eats the weapons, which does absolutely nothing except probably explain why he's so big.
There's something so funny to me about the non-standardization of old fighting games, because like before they cared about like competitive integrity or making sure things were balanced. So they're just like, yeah, okay, some of them pick up the stick, some of them can't, And one of
Some
them
can
just
wield
eats
them,
it.
or if
Then
you're the
fuck it, because he's really big and strong,
T-Rex who
and
just
he wouldn't want to use it. And I don't want to make the model to make him swing. I don't feel like animating that because I got to put out this game in a month. So actually, he just eats the stick. I really feel like these games are magical. Injustice, yes, Injustice. Somehow Injustice is one of these games, but it came out in a modern time. Like it stepped through a portal and it came out of the arcade era and onto the PlayStation 3. Okay. I kind of fuck with the dinosaur fighters, whatever that means.
After a boss is defeated, the trainers themselves get into a one-on-one, which is somehow more functional than the main gameplay since side switching is not a problem here. And you have the same attack layout combined with specials that really tells you where they got their inspiration for this game from. There are 5 health points indicated by these eggs, and each attack takes one away. Once you win, your guy takes off his mask to reveal that he is the character from a beat-em-up series from the same game developer.
Oh, all the ladies love him!
What a twist.
My hero!
If I do Allosaurus' combo attack on T-Rex and Ceratosaurus, you'll see that T-Rex receives less damage. So this means that T-Rex has more health, right? Wrong, because that would make sense. If I have Triceratops do his combo attack on the same characters, you'll see that T-Rex receives more damage this time. This effect applies to all attacks and all of the dinosaurs. If I didn't know any better, I'd think I was playing a Pokemon game, since characters deal more or less damage to each other but with no rhyme or reason behind it in this case.
That must just be a coding error, surely. Like at one point it was supposed to do 500 damage and then it changed to 600, but nobody changed it. Yeah, fuck it. Who cares? Nobody will care. Not like anybody's going to document this on a YouTube video, on a video essay, on something that we can't even conceive of in the year 1994 anyway.
Dino Rex
I've
came
never
out before
heard of
I was
Dino
born,
Rex.
but the game still decided to bless
That's
us with its presence
unbelievable.
by recently being added to the Nintendo Switch eShop.
What? No. No way, right? Huh? Shut the fuck up!
For a price that is, well, I'll let you decide if it's worth it or not.
Hey, I'm in.
$8. 8.
The way I see it, the game is worth playing with friends
This guy's fucking funny, man. I love this guy.
at least once just because of its comedic value. Attacks are goofy. The game is worth playing with friends at least once just because of its
They really loved this Triceratops run.
For my final score, I give Dino Rex a whopping 1 out of 10 points.
Okay,
Thanks
come
for
on.
watching.
It was very funny. We could have given another one for the Triceratops run at least. Maybe like 2, right? Come on.
If you like this type of content, please check out the rest of my channel and
I do like this type of content. You know what? I think I will subscribe and I will like the video. Thank you, Hollowshy. I think everybody should. What a good movie, bro. What a W movie. I like that one a lot. I'm a big fan.